at his iPad, and it was like empty staves of music. There was nothing on. He was just because he was so used to playing. So he
No,
was just
maybe the soccer game was over already.
or something like that. Exactly. Yeah.
What do you guys think? Should we try some stuff?
Take this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to try the, is it a crazy idea that we try this first one acoustic, just to see how it feels, just to start?
Yeah.
Which
And then
one?
we plug in Adam's Apple.
Okay.
How's that? What is that? Ah. We're gonna start with Adam's Apple.
Acoustic, yeah.
We're gonna try it. Let's try it acoustic, and then let's try it just to see the difference.
So the idea is like for the next hour and a half, maybe, we're gonna actually rehearse what we're gonna play tonight, because we play the concert together once every 18 months, approximately. And we never know what we're gonna play, so we figured it might be interesting, at least for some of you, to see how, you know, we actually put this program together. And there's going to be something happening now, and then we're going to play the concert tonight, so you can see, you know, maybe differences, you know, what stays the same, what changes. And the idea is that if at any time you have questions or remarks or anything, we're also here for that. So feel free. And
they have the charts.
oh, wonderful. So there's going to be like various tunes from, you know, different repertoires, and yeah. If
We
you have any
agreed on the
questions-
same pieces.
We?
We agreed on the same.
Yeah. We did.
We agree.
We did.
When we have this in the melody, do we do a stop there somehow?
Maybe.
Or not? When you come?
Check it. Yeah, we'll
How,
be
how
cool.
is it in the
Let's try it.
Uh,
So it's like. Is it on the one or is it on the off? I don't know.
Actually, it would be on the one if we
Okay.
do the melody. Let's try with the
Okay.
melody.
Yeah, right
2,
on the.
3, 4. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's better. I
Yeah.
think. Okay.
How does the acoustic sound come through? Yeah? Should we?
So we brought all this for
We brought all this for nothing.
Like
That's really cool.
Sorry, but what song was this?
Adam's Apple.
Adam's Apple.
Yeah.
it's a way shorter tune. Chris suggested we play this one, and I don't know. One of the challenges for me is like it's in a key with lots of flats.
A flat.
So A flat
Actually,
7.
D
Yeah.
major kind of.
So yeah, so it's interesting. You can't really play any open strings,
Ever.
or you can, but it will sound weird.
If you listen to the original, so there's a part that Herbie Hancock plays on the piano, which we're kind of trying to copy, which is like. It's really kind of impossible to actually emulate it on the violin like it sounds on the piano, because it sounds so cool on the piano. But so we were looking at all these different ways. If you watch Baiju, I think he was doing this, which is like a brush at the tip on the string, and I was doing. So.
And that's a fascinating process. Like you can basically, we're allowed to take any kind of tune we want and then adapt it for string playing, where we get to play the role of the piano, of the guitar, or the drum set. So there are some things that people have kind of already experimented with, but mostly it's up to us to, figure it out every time, kind of. And some things work perfectly well for strings, others not that much, and then we have to, find something. Yeah. So if you have any, questions or anything, I guess we're gonna do it again, or shall we plug?
Do you want to try like a little bit of it plugged in and just see what
And
the
see,
difference
yeah.
is? Because I also am in like down with the idea of like opening acoustic just with
Yeah,
this.
that's fine.
But let's just see anyway how it feels with the gear. So I was trying to. What does anybody think about the amplified version versus the acoustic version? Any opinions?
Both.
Cool.
I think when we are just a few people, then the acoustic is fine, but when it's full.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I mean, you know how it is. The feeling is better when you have a little reverb and you can play a little softer.
I would have a request. Would it be possible to turn the amp a little bit more towards me?
Yeah, I was worried about bothering you.
And I feel,
No, that's fine.
I feel like I'm a bit too loud. Is that what you're feeling as well?
I'm too low? Oh, okay.
Because I'm like way down in terms of level, but I can even turn it lower. Otherwise, more Chris.
Or you can bring it up.
I'll turn it a little bit your way now. And what about this as a compromise? We could start the piece acoustically tonight, and then we could fade into by the end. Maybe, it's just an idea.
Yeah.
Also, I have to ask, because I try to look inside Stephan's eyes, when you notice I went to the octave, you know? And I was like, is that okay? Is it okay? You know, I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
I also don't ask you when I play here, you know?
Right.
You should though.
Cool. Any other questions or about the piece from anybody else, or well, anything? Any questions before we go to the next thing?
I mean, we had some on the list. We played Esperanza then, but
Yeah.
we can also choose another.
Esperanza's good with me.
Okay. Yeah. What about Adam's Apple? Is that okay with you guys? The way we
I feel good. Like
I think
You want to fix anything?
it's a
or-
perfect song to begin the set.
I feel good.
Okay.
Relax.
Right. Did I take the first solo again? I played all the heads though.
On
Is that
Adam's Apple, I'm
yeah.
happy with you. I don't think I know the head, to be honest with you. so
we
please.
can-
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or we
Absolutely.
play another song where you play the head.
I think so. Yeah,
It's
that
all
would
good.
be nice.
Okay.
Child is Born?
Sure.
Or no, that's too similar.
Are we trying to decide what we do next? Is that what's happening?
Or question is, where do you like to play the melody?
Well, me,
That you sometimes.
I'm pretty open. I think we could, on Sior, we could trade it off. On Esperanza, we could trade it off. You know, I'm not picky about it. Child is Born, any of them. African Skies, if I was, what I should be able to do on African Skies is play the melody up an octave, but I'm a little afraid that I'll mess it up, but I might try to do that.
I wouldn't play Sior now because it's also an A flat.
Oh, right. Thank you.
So we have the A flat section tonight. But because how about where slide now?
Okay, you wanna try it?
But then you play the melody, right? But then
It's
you
okay, I
can-
mean, it's not a
but
big,
it's-
it's
yeah,
not a
it's-
big deal.
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't matter. Where's Slide? Where's Slide?
You want me to start a group or somebody else?
Can we start right on it?
We can also start right on.
Let's start right on the intro.
Okay. Not too slow with the rock and roll. Like this? 1, 2, 1. Question is if you need to organize a little bit more.
The idea that we did was after the form that we talked about earlier was it was just going to be like this open thing and whatever happens. So that's kind of what we did was like an open thing and whatever happens. And then we came back into the form. That's what happened. In case you were like, where were they?
I think the term we used was like chaos something.
Loop
right?
chaos.
Loop chaos or something.
Yeah, it was yeah.
This tune is by it was a proposition from Stephan. It's called Where's Sly? It's originally from Medeski, Martin, and Wood, like with organ, drums, bass.
Right. Kind of rock and roll
Yeah.
vibe with the drums.
But how do you feel with just playing this rock and roll part? I'm not sure. I love to have it twice, but it's up to you.
I'm
Because
fine
now
with
I was wrong. I played
No,
it
it's fine.
twice.
Yeah. I'm fine with
But I
doing
feel it
twice.
2 times. But I'm just doing this. And I'm not doing anything else.
I think we should do it twice.
Yeah.
And maybe we could play it once like super piano and then for some I don't know.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know, we could try.
Let's try just to bring it together, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll try to play it correctly. You want to try just that section?
Yeah.
Yes.
Straight B.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I
Maybe
said-
we can hold it long at the ending, like that is something crazy. The beat is gone, but
Okay.
that you do something at the end, like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I just hold this, and you do some little things at the end.
Okay.
It's not a song where you back-a-do-ga, where you stop like that, right?
Yeah,
It's
okay.
more like back-a-do-ga. Just one more time before the ending.
Yeah, I added the fourth thing and the voicing just didn't sound that
Probably 'cause I was
to
messing
me.
it up.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like that
I
actually.
like that.
Do that.
Yeah,
that.
but then it didn't.
No, but
really-
not with mine. Mine was garbage. Okay, you do that, and let me just play my line. I'm just gonna play down the octave.
Or when
Oh,
you,
because I was playing the wrong note. That's yeah. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I can't see.
And
so-
then, so you play a fourth underneath.
Well, yeah,
That's what
but
he
then
did.
I
And
added
then you play a
another
fifth
thing.
underneath.
I also play a fifth underneath. Actually, I did double stops. I can do that or that.
When one is doing this and the other one is doing the
What
other.
do you want me to do? You want me to do the fifth?
I don't know. He was
Yeah, I just wonder how it sounds when you play fifth and you play fourth.
so he'd start on
No, I'm going to go down the octave and play a fourth above, which would be like a fifth below.
No, no. You play the same melody,
Right.
but you play a fifth underneath and you play a fourth underneath.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, wait, let me
So
think
that we
about
have a
that.
more like.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna
1,
do
2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
That's
with
better.
this
Yeah.
Fifths and fourths.
So all I did was I just played a fourth above. So I was playing the melody, the octave, but I just harmonized everything with a fourth. Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
that. That was better, right? Also, I was just actually reading the notes.
Okay, for tonight it's okay.
Sure.
Let's leave it open like that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. Any questions? Suggestions? What's next?
Don't play too long.
You want to try? You want to try the Esperanza?
Or you do you want me to go back to the
The thing we were trying at the end was like, well, first of all, this tune was proposed by Baiju, and it's called Esperanza, well, you guys know. But I suggested at the end, I said, what if we tried to do a little reharm where we just go to F major 7 to D minor, but like slow it way down and do it as a reggae group. That was the concept.
And the idea with this tune was like sometimes we have a tendency to choose tunes that are challenging, and like just playing the tune itself is already lots of work, and just playing it right is already lots of practice. And sometimes it's super fun. I always like especially when I play with musicians I don't know, I try to have at least one tune that is extremely easy, so that everyone can relax and actually have fun. And then we can touch the fun, and then we're free, and then we can focus on the more difficult stuff. But I always think it's nice when we meet.
It's the opposite with Stephan. He's just like, he always proposes, he's like, and we're like, sure, we'll play that tune.
No.
After I practice it for 7 hours, maybe I can play it. He's always like, well, let's just do this one.
Actually, I have a question for you.
Please.
You played, you said me to play the bass line at the end, but now I just choose
I
the
was,
bass line.
well, yeah, you can do whatever you
I
want.
didn't remember.
I had in my mind this idea where the bass line starts on 1, which is.
Okay.
4,
Okay.
or 1, something like this.
Something like that. Okay. Then I was not so far away, right?
You weren't that far away.
Something like that, yeah. How do we end? No.
Fade out, like a fade. I hear it like a fade out.
I read. No.
You guys are welcome to veto the whole reggae, like extended outro thing, so you don't have to do it just because I like it. I would actually make it, here's what I would see, Jay, is at the end, right into it.
Right into it.
Yeah, and then like a kind of a very like no more than 20 seconds of an outro.
Okay.
You kind of fade out.
Stéphanie, en termes d'équilibre des 3 sons, t'as des choses à dire?
Non. J'ai rien à dire dedans.
You need to see
Sorry? I
Vous en refaites quand même, bien.
oui.
Tu veux que j'aille chercher Eric pour avoir son oreille, peut-être, c'est plus intéressant.
Oh, non, mais c'est bon, t'inquiète. Ricardo et Vanny, vous pensez quoi en termes de volume? Changer, ça va? L'équilibre entre les.
Can we just try the transition from the
T'inquiète.
feel to the reggae?
Yeah.
And so you start the reggae, right?
Yeah.
Can you
if
just
that's
play
okay.
the last A part of the original one?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and then you start the
Yeah,
reggae.
yeah.
Wh-
From the beat.
last A.
Last beat.
Oh, no, that's last beat.
Okay? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, like that. Yeah, your
Yeah?
version. Let's
Can you,
start. Yeah, last beat
last beat?
without the repeat.
Da, 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 da.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
But then I want you to.
Da, 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 da. I already forgot.
No, something like.
I write it down.
No, you think that. You don't need to. I'm not that picky about it. Just if you can be right on the one.
On the round, okay.
Yeah, and like the second, so the first time I
One
play
more
it-
time.
So like we skip a beat, right? The ya da 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 bom bom dee dee bom ga dum bom. Right on the last note is the new one or something.
No,
No,
Is
we're
that-
giving like a.
Oh,
we're giving
yeah,
like
da
a.
da bom ga bom. Okay, go ahead.
One
You
more
wanna do
time.
the same thing?
Yeah.
The same thing?
2, 3, 4.
Oh, it's too cheesy. No?
So one of my favorite things, but I'm not sure if it's really coming through in the room, if I turned up, you'd probably hear it more, is to use the volume pedal with the delay pedal. So the delay pedal, let's see here, that's the delay, right? But if I use the volume pedal, if I put the volume pedal all the way down, then it creates this swell. So you swell it in.
No, not G, man.
So you can get like an organ-like effect. I probably need more volume still.
G,
It's like I
C
need
major
more volume.
7.
Let's see here.
sus 2.
All in one.
Yeah. Like G bass C.
Okay, sorry. So we're good. We're good with that. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. You want to try the African skies? Or?
Okay.
Sure.
And then Sior. Wait, so I have 2 more songs.
I mean, does it make sense for you guys if we keep on rehearsing a little bit? We can also stop. Any questions, remarks? So typically the next tune is like a super complicated tune that guess who suggested. And it's an amazing tune called African Skies by Michael Brecker.
And if anybody just came in, some of the other folks have the charts on their iPads and stuff, and so they might be able to send you a photo of it or whatever if you want to look at the charts to understand what we're looking at.
I start?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do 8 from. Do you know that? Do you know 8 from? Maybe you think.
I think I didn't get your one.
Okay.
It is
I
fast.
played. Yeah, it's fast.
It is
I played
fast.
slow.
One. Okay. Oh, sweet. Oh, you're doing good. Oh, that helps. Gosh,
Yeah, we do an option.
No.
No?
I think it's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Maybe once the C part is
You wanna try that?
yeah, a
Try
little
that.
slower.
Good try.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, a little slower, the C part.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Same thing.
Little faster.
Okay. One last time.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ah. Ah, putain. Okay. Yeah.
All right, one more tune?
That's nice to have one challenge in the book.
Yes.
So it's always the same thing. You try to make the complicated songs sound simple, and the simple songs sound complicated. Right?
And then all the techniques that we're going to teach you, the trick is to use none of them. Or actually use like 5% of them. Because it's like, you know, because like for example, on this groove, like what goes through my mind, like you could just play the bass line version of it, right? Just that's enough, right? Like a lot of people be trying to do all this other stuff, but it's like, it's more important that we be locking. And there's also, like I could do the more like the comping, so same thing, just the bass line. So being simple enough and disciplined enough with the techniques that you learn so that it's actually more, well, chamber music, frankly, so that it's supporting everybody. So we think a lot about this, I think when to lay out and when to do less. And sometimes Stephan is playing just a bass line now, but then you can see also there's sometimes when he's doing the bass and the inner voices at the same time, if you can show that version.
I mean, the groove based on da da dum boom dum da da dum. So actually, my simple version would be something like this, but I fill it out with 8 notes all the time. That's the basic thing. When you fill it with chords, then I have to play this somehow with my thumb, and then I feel the subdivisions with my chords of the higher string. I play just this with my bass actually.
Here's what I would say about it though, like a lot of people will just want to be able to do that, but I would say like you need to play like hundreds of times just with the simple bass line. Boom, 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 bang, ding, bang, bang, boom, bang, but just making that feel really good. Because actually I think the way Stephan practices is that he's always practicing like the simplest bass lines, but really playing them in the pocket.
Yeah, I start always with the simple things. Also in my lessons with my students, I start always with the simple idea, and my idea is when you can make that you start improvising your own complex version, not my complex version. You start your own, so that you are free to improvise. Okay, now we have a...
Yeah, so now Sior?
More. Another A flat major.
Baiju, you proposed this tune, so what would you like to do?
I don't know. It's a tune. It's a bossa nova, like some kind of jazzy version of bossa nova. It's recorded. It's tuned by Lee Morgan, and it's a wonderful, wonderful album. And technically one of my students was working on this, and I was like, hey, I don't know this tune, so I was like, hey, let's play it. So I have to learn it.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
I have no. Yeah, it's just the bossa.
Yeah, cool. I mean, would you like to kick us
Very
off
nice.
on the tune?
Very nice.
Please direct me. My dream is that you will direct us to this tune.
Let me think. Well, that's a bit. I fall asleep like this.
Yeah.
That's a bit. Good. I would feel like that.
Okay. Okay.
So on the original version is like one full chorus of Herbie Hancock just doing the comping alone, and then the theme comes in. And if you want to do like an A of just you, that could be nice. You know.
Hey, you know what? Then I play no solo then.
That's nice. Wait, I was going to first.
Sorry. Yeah, you start from the beginning.
Is that right?
That's right, that's right.
Is that what I should do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With you,
Yeah.
Stefan made a mistake.
Yes.
Count it down.
Just saying.
Oh, a mistake. Sorry.
We're gonna go to A major. We're playing A major. Thoughts?
I think it's beautiful.
Sure, yeah.
Especially with different.
Hello.
Hey, hi.
Nice, what's
Welcome.
up? Good to see you.
You have a low battery on your phone.
Thank you. Well, it's about time for the live stream, for me to end the live stream.
Oh, it's live streaming?
It's live streaming.
Nice. Hello.
It's for the good of everybody. It's for the greater good of the world. The more we live stream, the better. How do you feel? You feel good? How do you, what's
I was feeling great until I no. No, yeah, sure. There is, I think, just one last tune, but we don't need to do it now. It's like
Oh,
the child
we
is
do.
born.
We have one more. That's right.
One last thing.
Do you want to do it, or do you want to save it?
If you,
So, yeah, I don't know. So, do you guys have any questions or something? So we're just trying to kind of learn the tunes on the spot and try to figure out, what to do and kind of feel, where the others are going. And then tonight is the concert. So tonight we play for real. So like now we're a little bit like laid back and just, but actually the idea would also to be laid back during the concert. But I don't know, let's see. Often you get also different energy from the audience, and then you usually play a little bit more, I guess. At least you do. I don't know. So, do you have any questions about any of the tunes you just played, or the process, or arrangement stuff, or like, is there something you'd like to share, or maybe there's other subjects that you'd like to discuss?
How much did you talk before? Like, did you talk by WhatsApp, like for deciding the
deciding the songs,
Yeah.
I think everybody sent like 3-4 ideas by mail.
So what happened is I sent an email like a month ago or something, and then Chris replied like 2 weeks later, and then Stephan didn't reply, and then a week ago he wrote an email and no one replied, so that's how it went this time.
Yeah.
And it's always different.
But we applied like, let's say we agreed like 2 days ago, kind of. And we had a meeting yesterday, so we are prepared.
Yeah, we were more prepared than other times.
And with the charts, or just the name of the tune?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, we sent in the mail, we sent the charts also. Except Chris, but you sent charts and I sent.
And then there was one, he found a chart on the internet that was in D, or you made it, and the chart was in D, but the original version, the audio was in E. So I asked, okay, there is this and there's that, so what shall we choose? And he was like, let's play it in D.
Let's play D, please.
So what I like to do is like I like to know the tune. I like to have the audio. I like to have the sheet music. And if there is no sheet music, I like to do it myself. And I like to learn the tunes by heart. That's what
He's the best prepared man.
No, I mean it's just more fun this way.
I totally agree. Yeah.
And so sometimes this happens and sometimes it doesn't. And yeah, that's how I prepare. I like that. Also, when I get called for a gig, like if I have to sub in an ensemble, I like to be like, I like to over deliver, like be more prepared than what is actually required, because I think that's really precious, and then people remember you and call you back. I don't think you can be like too much prepared. And so yeah, I don't know.
Do we have time for the last one? Just to try out?
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Try this one, or you're already
I'm cool with that. No, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
At least
And then
one,
we'll,
I don't
and
need the
then,
music.
if it's cool with you, we'll get everybody to get, after this, get their instruments out and start teaching
Yeah.
and learning and stuff. At least I'm ready to do that.
Ouais.
Puis après,
Après, on passe au mode cours.
ouais,
Ça te va?
très bien.
By the way, since you're all here, welcome. And about the lunches, tomorrow's lunch is at 1. If you're interested in having lunch here tomorrow, you're more than welcome. You just have to write down your name on the paper that's in the kitchen until tomorrow 10:30 or something, so that they know in advance how many people there's gonna be. And since you're here, I'm telling you this, but we're gonna say it again tomorrow morning. So, yeah.
Right on the head.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. guys good?
Yep.
Yeah. One question. The groove I played, was it like you want to have?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I can't. What do you think is a better groove? Got. Got. Or got. Got. I can't tell. I don't know. The first, you like the first one better. Got.
Okay.
Got. You like that better?
For the other ones. You have to look at the heads.
You see the bodies, like how much.
More space in the second one.
True, I
Might be
agree.
the first one. Try the first one again. No, we can't decide. That's the other one.
That's even the third one, right?
That's the second one.
Okay.
Anyway, so we should. Do you think we should convene and let the folks get their instruments out?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. Yes, yes.
So I was planning on in this room. Anybody that wants to, we'll do get you started jamming, and I don't know if that's the only thing happening, or if anybody else is doing anything else anywhere else.
No, I'll be rehearsing with the kids.
Yeah,
In the other room.
Yeah. So we'll be here. So grab your axe, get your instrument out, and we're gonna hit it in like 5 to 7 minutes. I
And
will
the
be here.
concerts start at 7 tonight, so it's a bit earlier than the other nights. There's one concert at 7 in the other room and one at 8:15 here, and then there's a jam session going on in the other room again. This is room 1, by the way. This is where Chris is going to do most of his teaching. And then there's room 2 and there's room 3, but we'll print out the program and you have it on your computer, so yeah.
Et il y a des chaises juste là derrière.
And there are chairs there. You can just take a chair and take your instrument.
Et il y a aussi des vitrins.
And there is music stands. There are music stands for you as well if you wish. Well, thanks for listening to our rehearsal. Huh? Jesus.
Everything what you say.
Hi. Bonjour. D'accord. Alors là, donc là, il y a un cours avec Chris ici. Ben, voilà. Et puis à 7h, il y a un premier concert ce soir, les jeunes. Et ensuite à 8h15, on joue qui est la deuxième session. Et j'ai aussi par rapport au pas de nuit. Ça, je peux inscrire avant 10h30 ce jour même. Oui, tout à fait. Comment tu t'appelles? François. François, d'accord, j'ai vu ton nom. Baiju, j'aurais été bien vu. Bien tout ça. Ah, trop cool! Tu es allé dans les céréales, ils m'ont offert. Ah, fantastique. Ok. Oui, oui. Pour l'instant. Ok, mais c'est formidable. Écoute,
va éviter à décoller et moi je alors, il y a deux tours a priori par le type.
Ja, genau, soweit sind die Melodieaufstellung, ja, genau. So.
Gentle et advanced.
Même si c'est fast so vor, als ob wir Boogie mit Fünfer spielen. Das habt ihr nicht.
Ja, das war Chris.
Ja, ja. Wir hoffen, on cherche pas le groupe d'artistes. Tu vas faire direkt so 5 und 3 gezogen.
What do you want? You like to start doing the...
I put it in the back maybe.
Yeah, just...
It's okay, right?
Pas du tout. L'idée c'est vraiment que ce soit ouvert à tout le monde et puis on va essayer de faire en sorte que tout le monde puisse faire. On joue sur des morceaux. Oui, alors ça dépend s'il y a des morceaux que tu connais déjà. Demain, on va tous apprendre un morceau ensemble et puis des improvisations. Et puis après, bah, si tu as fait les slides, peut-être qu'il y a des trucs que tu connais. Voilà.
Beautiful song.
Bien, thank you. Maintenant, vous allez faire un truc avec Chris. C'est ici avec vous, donc prends-toi dans le chef.
I play piano and double bass.
Là-bas, je répète avec l'enfant des midi strings, c'est des enfants.
The sound, but the groove also.
Merci à toi, bienvenue.
So it's such a
Thank you.
have you been with Great?
And no, I live in Germany, Berlin.
Have you been playing at music?
I have, yeah. But last time it's some time ago, some years ago. I was playing in Madrid at a boogie, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's still there. It was a jazz project, but it's a long time ago. And then I played around 10 years ago with Nick.
And have you played flamenco also? No?
I mean, I learned with some acoustic guitar players who were on flamenco, and sometimes I ask them, how do with picking. So I learned a lot from guitar players, guitar finger style.
Ouais, ça va,
Moi,
c'était
c'était l'idée en tout cas.
c'est mieux, puis je mets tout ça.
Yeah, sure. Oui, oui, absolument. Parce que c'est ça. Et j'ai complimenté le plus avant, il a dit ok.
Non, pardon. Non, j'ai tout.
Mais non, tranquille.
Du coup, Stéphane, he likes everything you have here.
But I can put it to the back a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay, man. We can eat it.
Yeah, but it's not a big
time anyway.
It's not a big thing.
Snack one. Baiju let everything. Chris
Really?
also, yeah.
Chris is...
Yeah, I like everyone, but...
Hi, hello. I'm good, how are you? What's your name? Nice, welcome. Cool. I'm Baiju.
I know I've been here 2 years.
Right?
That's-
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Too many
Yeah.
people.
Like you mean like 3 years ago? It was like every 18 months or something. Where you?
Last edition.
Oh, last edition you were here.
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
I'm Brazilian, but I live in
Let's
Italy.
work.
Cool. Cool.
Let's
Like,
work.
well, it's no, it's not. I put other stuff in my mouth. Yeah, yeah.
Sacrilegious.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. Cool. Well, great to see you again.
Very
Wonderful.
nice to see you.
I remember your name.
I remember you also.
I'm Helmut. Helmut.
Helmut.
Helmut.
How are you doing?
You too?
Nice.
Guys, if you want to grab a chair and just like be in a semicircle here, we will work. Let's work.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, do Naomi.
Yeah, yeah. It's like right, yeah, like a semicircle here.
Okay.
Here's the A. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, brother. There's spaces here, with space here, space here. So, sorry I haven't said hello to everybody, but I will. But I want to make sure that we get you guys some good work in today for the next couple hours or however much of it you want. You can leave anytime, but I want to give you a chance to really get this in. So, for me, one of the big themes is just playing together, playing in the groove, and balancing, listening. That's it. That's like a big theme. And all these complex forms that we're playing over the songs that have they have grooves that require study, and they have harmony that requires study. But we want to focus on the integrity and the values that we bring to any form. And so I'm going to recommend that we look for simpler forms that we can focus on bringing that value, that integrity to. Playing in time, playing together, and playing balance, right? So there's a few different forms I want to give you in the group here, and then I want to take a check where we can break out into duos and trios and practice basically making chamber music together, but over forms that we're capable of working on, right? So I'm not going to work on a form that's too fast. I'm not going to work on a form that's too hard for me, because why would I do that? I mean, I'll study it, but that's different than like playing over it. I want us to be able to study. So let me get a little groove here for us that we can start with. So forms. So a form, let's see here. Maybe we'll just start with just this. And now maybe this with me. With me. Light as you can be, as relaxed as you can be. every eighth note equal, right? Melodic eighth notes is what they say in classical and chamber music, right? It's a melodic eighth note, so each one, so it's a, not this, but good. We're in the key of G, so play after me starting on G. On G. A. Now with me on D. E. F sharp. G. Come down from E. No. That is G major. So now we're familiar with G major. So I want you to think of one note in G major. Think of one note in G major. You got it? Mm-hmm. And then I want you to play it. Ready? Play it. And hold. Just let your bow change. Just let your bow change. Now this is called the infinite note. So just breathe and hold an infinite note. We have to change our bow. Don't be afraid to change our bow. Now change. Different note now. Different note. Different note. Different note. So we can change, there's 6 places to change the note. Da, let's say da, da, or ga, ga, ba, ba, right? So let's start on the 6th. So. 6 with me. Second one, so like this. Here's another way to do it. Starts up tempo right on the accent. Because we're down, up, down, up. Yeah. Anytime we'll do these accents and these kind of ghosting things, whenever we do this, always remember the best place to be is just in the simplest place. So that could be, for example, remember we were here? So you can just be here. Or just be here. Two, two, two. Up, down, up, down, up. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's try that. So separate bows, two down up on each note, like. Let's try that. Top of this, let's come up with some melodic rhythms. So, bo-dee, bo-dee, bo-doo. What is that? Let me see. Let me see if I can hear. So that's a rhythm. You can play any notes you want. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try this one. Yeah, how about this? How I think it would be fun just for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, if you could get one person or two people, and one person's gonna do this. What does it do? So that's the bass player. Now, if you have a trio, then the second person would just do this. That's all they would do. In fact, so there's no groove now. So let's say this side of the room plays the bass line. This side of the room plays the chop. Okay? 1, cut 2, cut 3, cut 2, cut. Switch. Right, and then if there was a third person, they would solo. Otherwise, if there's just two of you, then one plays the bass line or the chop, and the other person solos. And we're playing out of G major. So same thing. You're at bass line and you're the chop, and I'm taking the solo. 2 and 3. Let's just hear the groove as 2 and as 3. So 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe we clap on it. I don't know. Or just tap your foot. Either way. Now we'll feel it as 3. So. Let's feel this 2 and then 3. So my chop, I might do this. Watch. Now watch this. Watch this. Have to do that. It's just an idea because it was similar to that song we're doing, that African Skies song that we're doing. But one person. I mean, you can try to get fancy with you, but For me, it's always about trying to keep the time and make it feel good and stuff. And then the other person can solo. And for the soloist too, we're trying to play really clear rhythms and stay in time. Right? So that's the goal of the ensemble. I feel like 5-7 minutes, find a space, find a duo partner where you can do this together with, or a trio, and then take turns, bass line, solo, and then come back here. Like, are we cool with that? And then we'll do another one, and we'll get new partners. Is that cool? Any questions? Okay, see you in 7 minutes. I would put people together, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to put you together. So you just find, so it's a group of 2 or a group of 3. Groups of 2 or 3. And there's spaces, the entire theater, you can use the entire theater. Just unless the kids are rehearsing, then you know, stay out of the room. But we have a room here, we have room there, we have room there. So there's like enough room. Just 5 to 7, like 7 minutes. Record yourself with your phone. Record yourself with your phone. You can play it slower or faster.
You know what we're going to do? I think we shall do this. This is what we did here. Yes. One and the other one, we lace solo.
So it's do, simplify it. If you want to simplify it, you can simplify it.
chopping. Also have the triplets and then the chopping. Question. Which chopping would you, if you place the triplets, bop, 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 then the chopping is on the quarter notes or?
Well, it could be ooh.
have to be a bit like this, and the movement in this direction. And then you should lay the fingers slightly, lightly on the strings. And then it's not like this, it's more like this.
Let's come back to the next thing. So I purposely gave you guys something with triplets because triplets is like our non-dominant rhythm, right? Most of us, if we have a classical background, even if we're not like we become stronger with rhythms that are duple rhythms when we come from a classical background, probably from a lot of folk traditions too, right? And so then our ability to navigate triplets is very small. It's like, so it's like when I'm right-handed, So if I throw a ball, I throw it with my right hand. If I try to throw a ball with my left hand, I can't do anything, right? It's like weaker. And it's the same thing with triplets. So I purposely started you out with triplets so we can be humbled by, you know, the triplet, right? But now let's take a rhythmic form. Remember, we're talking about forms. We're talking about integrating in forms. Like everything that you saw us do as a trio, we're just following forms together. But it's more complex forms, right? It has a chord progression, but it also has a groove. And we're trying to figure out what's the bass line, what's the middle part, and what's the solo. And this is what I want to pass on to you, is this practice of there's different rhythmic forms and there's different harmonic forms. But you always occupy all parts. I practice bass lines, I practice middle parts, and I practice solo, right? But there's going to be times when we talk this week about like, okay, how to learn all your chords or how to learn all your grooves. But what we want to do is we want to simplify it to where we can embody and express the form wherever we're at right now. Wherever we're at, right? We don't want to force it. So let's do a different rhythmic form this time. We're going to do a duple-based rhythmic form. And harmonically, we're going to have free notes. So can I have like anybody? What's your name? Sorry. Jeremias. Okay. So we're going to just play free notes together, and it's going to be this tempo. Do, just me and you. Okay, just any note, but that tempo. 2, 3, and. Very nice. So this is a form. And actually you can engage in this form with a person and you can play the form for 10 minutes or for 2 minutes or whatever. And it's music as long as we're balanced and as long as we're together. That's what I'm looking for, right? So let's do variations on that. So I'd like now 2 notes for 1 note. So you're doing da 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 da, and then we'll switch. Switch. Beautiful. And Ernesto and Lace. So let's do 4 notes. So da 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 and 1. But this time, and then we'll switch. But I'm also going to say we want to think of who's the soloist and who's the accompanist. So let's say that 4 notes is the soloist for now, but then I'll say you're the accompanist and you're the soloist, and then I don't know if I can communicate all that. Let's just say that the 4 notes is always the solo. Okay, you're the solo and you're the accompanist, but then we'll switch. So da ba do ba dee ba dee ba. Switch. Nice, very nice, beautiful. So now let's say, and what's your name? I'm sorry. Solveig.
Yes.
And
Pilar.
Pilar, that's right. Hi, Pilar. So now let's say we have the same tempo, P, but you can choose 1 note, 2 notes, or 4 notes, and rests.
Both of us?
Yes, both of you. You have more freedom, but we have a tempo still. You have a tempo, but you have rhythmic choices, and it can be rests or it can be, you know, la bi bo da bo ba do ba. Any of these rhythm choices. Okay.
But we are still in G major.
No. We're in 12 tones.
Okay.
Somewhere.
12 notes. Dugga, 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 dugga. Beautiful. Yeah. So I want you to make a note of, like, as we're going these different forms, right? Because these are forms now. Anybody can jam on these forms, right? Anybody can jam. You don't need to know what's a sharp 9 dominant 7 chord, right? And but it's really important to do this kind of jamming. And again, don't try to make it something else. Like, just focus on playing together, playing with a sound that you want to have, these kinds of things. Yeah, I think that's enough instruction. So I want you to pick another partner, either 2 or well, actually I'll give you one more example. So this is more of a swing field, right? I want for all of these forms to be things that anybody can adapt to at your level, whatever level you're at, right? So let's say that the same idea, but now it's a swing. Did I slow down? Yeah, I slowed down, that's it. This is why I want you to record yourself too. You don't have to have a loop pedal. If you record yourself, then you're constantly learning. You're constantly improving because you record yourself. So you take your video, take your phone, and when you jam with somebody else, record it with the video camera. Find a space where you have your own space. You can go outside, you can go into the kitchen. There's enough space definitely now for you to find your own space. Record yourself, and you listen back later, you're going to notice things. But you don't have to worry about harmony. You don't have to, just try to focus on, can I play in time? Can I play with intonation? Can I play with the sound, right? So. See, I messed it up. I'm gonna let it go though. So this is somebody's playing a walking bass line now, and then the other person is soloing over it. That's a swing feel, and it's chromatic. It's totally chromatic. It's totally just whatever, right? So, and that's a triplet feel. That's a swing feel. If you want to do that, you can do that. If you want to take a different kind of groove, then you can take. I'll give you one more option. This is a bossa nova groove. know the groove. I mean, yeah, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Really, it could be any groove that you want to play, but the point is practicing the groove or any form that you want to create. But I'm not making it like Sior, the song that we played. Right? You don't have to do all that. You can just play one note, right? But it's still a great exercise. Like we want to be in one note. So, okay, find a duo partner or 2 people, and you can find somebody different this time if you want. And 7 to 8 minutes, find your space, and then I'll see you back here. Is that cool? Any questions? Okay, let's work. Take your video camera.
What's her name?
Jamming. We're jamming.
Camera is back. Oh no, it's the other side. Okay, maybe it's good enough. Oh, that's good. English.
A little English.
Deutsch?
No, only French.
French. Yeah, my French is very bad.
like my English. Sorry.
No problem.
You are English or American?
Finnish.
Ah, yes, Finnish. Okay. Yes. Okay.
No. I know only one French tune. Ah. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I just learned it like 1 week ago. French.
Really?
It's
Okay.
French, but it's the only one I know. French. I play folk.
Ah, folk, yes.
G.
Yes, you. Yes.
You play jazz?
A little, yes.
Classical?
Manouche, jazz,
Manouche.
Capelli.
Trumpet? Ah. Nice.
back. So, a couple ideas here. Another a change in form.
No.
So one of the forms that we've been doing so far is we're playing simultaneously. But let's come up with a form where we're not playing simultaneously, we're playing separately. So there's this thing called the sentence game. Does somebody speak English? Who speaks English? Kathleen, wait, no, Pilar. Pilar. You speak English enough, right? So we're gonna make a sentence. It's called the sentence game. You say a word, I say a word, you say a word, I say a word. And somebody says period, which is like full stop, I guess, yeah. We say period in America. So, so you start.
Beautiful.
Is
Sunday.
period. All right. So now I would get these two. You speak English? You speak English? Okay. So I want you to do the sentence game, but first of all, I want you to propose a change in the rules, a change in the parameters.
So it's like I say a word, you say a word, and we go back and forth to form a sentence until someone says period. Okay. I get to suggest in you what you
So yeah, what's your rule? 2 words each. That's my rule. 2 words. 2 words each.
every.
That's 1 word.
No,
That's 1 word though. I want you to each.
so okay.
The rule is you each have to say 2 words.
Okay, sorry. Every morning. A bird from the then I
Great. Beautiful. Okay, so now with the instruments, Kyle and tell me your name. Naomi. Naomi. And sorry, that's the yes. You say Naomi. Naomi. I like that. It's nicer. It's the real one. Naomi and Kyle. But now with the instruments. So it's like no until somebody says period. So we try. Kyle can start. Yes, right. So then somebody can propose different rules, right? So it could be like, well, you just propose however many rules you want. So that's another form you can try later, right? So that's cool. But now let's do a couple things with the group. So this I'm going to show you signals, and as a group we're going to do some things together. So and I want to see. This is kind of annoying. She's gonna try. Otherwise, I'll make some changes later. We'll see. So what we do is this signal means everybody holds a note until I cut you off. Let's try it. Ready? So free note, and now hold the note. And then again. Wait, I gotta stop it. You cannot do it. I'm gonna tell. That's okay. So, all All right, thank you for your patience. So, okay, now this means we split into two groups. So now this is this group and this is that group. Ready? Free note. You hold the note until I cut you off. With me. Nice. Okay. So, let's see here. We have two groups. We still have two groups, right? Now, if I point to you, this is a new signal. If I point to you, it means you do whatever you want until I cut you off. Okay? So, so we'll go back to the free note over on this side. Ready? Free note. Whatever you want until I cut you off. Pizzicato slow, again over here. Awesome. So you know do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Okay? So do. Por favor, ¿cómo se dice? Seis. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That's it. It's okay. Now, como se dice? Do sostenuto, C sharp,
Sostenido.
D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. Okay, so. Sorry, you're right. What did I do? Oh, yeah. it should be- Sorry. Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, so remember this? Now we have one group here, we have one group there, right? So. Then what's this? Free note. And so in the free note, and sorry, it's not your fault, it's my fault, right? So the free note is, it's one note, and it's held until we cut off. So free note. So we all tend to do this. We do right, but I submit to you that why should we do that, right? It's just gravity in our bow arm is just telling us to do it, but it's not a musical reason, right? So. Right? So let's try that. Sostenuto. Together. Right, yes, much better. So a problem that we have is, especially when we change the bow, that there's this delay, there's this extra artifacts that happen when we change the bow, right? So either when we change the bow, we have to be conscious of it, and we think, we have to do it with the bow. Right? I don't let the bow does not control me. I control the bow. If you're ever in an orchestra, then the conductor, they sing. They say, make it sound like this. You make your bow do that, right? So we want to be the consciousness, the mind that decides what our bow does. So we hear, so, but the thing is, you could do, or you could do, or you could do this. Or this. They all sound the same though. 4 ways, but every way should sound exactly the same, right? Because you want it to sound like you would sing it. So let's try the free note. The free note's very important. This side. Together, balanced. Sostenuto. So music is unity. It's not do you know your C7 sharp 9 chords. It's actually it's the power of the mind. It's the power of it's just like life, right? Like I think we want to live according to values. We want our actions, the actions we take, the things that we say every day. We want to live up to an ideal that we have of what do I value? Am I compassionate? Am I honest? Am I fair? Right? And so it's the same thing in music. And so a lot of times for us as students, we've got this idea, I need to learn fancy chopping. I need to learn 100 tunes. But actually, it all starts with this. It all starts with the breath. Like in yoga class, I go to yoga class and they say, standing mountain, breathe. And I thought the first time I went to yoga, I said, this is fucking bullshit. What a fucking waste of my time, right? But the more I do it, the more I'm like, no, this is everything actually. Because there's so much that I can, there's so much that I can develop. Most importantly, the comfort to just be existing in my skin. Just the comfort to be in my own skin and to accept myself and love myself and forgive myself where I am and just breathe and be present with myself. And music is exactly the same way. So that's why this, if me and Baiju and Stephan play tonight, like I said, we all know 1,000 things, but we're actually only doing 5% of them because it actually should be driven by the values. Am I in time? Am I in the chord? Am I in the groove? Am I supporting this musician here? Am I listening? It's all that matters, right? So no matter how simple the form might feel, you all heard it, right? You heard it when they were playing. It wasn't always together. You heard them. It wasn't always together, right? So we focus on breathing. On the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And then you're gonna have this massive victory because you're gonna be like, I played quarter notes. Like I played quarter notes and they were my quarter notes. You know what I mean? And there's beauty in that. Like every time when we went around here and I said, okay, you two play. Like that was beautiful. It's beautiful. Like it doesn't matter what notes you play if you're together. If there's unity, that's actually what makes music music. It's unity. It's sensitivity. It's human intention. But we all make this huge mistake when we try to go too far. So if I'm in yoga class and they say, okay, so now cover your thing and then go down like this and then stand on one. If I do that, I'm going to break something, right? So it's better for me to be like, okay, I'm here. I'm just here. And I just breathe here. And so when I say like, just play boom, 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 bing, boom, 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 that's here. You need to be where you're at and focus on that, but really thrive in that. You know what I mean? So, okay, so the free notes again, free notes with me. This is actually really hard. Beautiful. That was great. That was the best one, right? And so now remember this other cue, if I point to you, it means you're a free agent. You can literally do anything you want. So here, free note and... A lot of music there. Okay, thank you. Let me see. What else should we do? Does anybody who wants to be a conductor now? Who wants to be a conductor? This is for you. So stand. I mean, you get more chances. I want you to experience what it's like to be a conductor. We can have two. We'll have two conductors. Yes, one. Lace. See, Lace is going to take this all around on her world travels. I want you to learn everything we're doing, and you're gonna take this all around the world, right?
Should I do it on the streets?
Yes, you should totally do it on the streets. Cause I don't know, you gotta follow Lace, but I love her posts on Instagram, cause she's busking all over Europe and doing all these cool things. And she's been talking about all these things, but probably more eloquently than me. About how she's, like, I don't know, I don't wanna speak for you, but like, it's like finding herself by putting herself in vulnerable situations as a musician all around the continent and making community, discovering new communities, new types of music, and trying to find a way to just kind of be comfortable in your skin in those environments. Am I right or not?
Yes, that's the goal. And also I use music as an excuse to get together with people.
Beautiful.
To put people together. So sometimes I play music people know, just so they feel comfortable to join and to sing and dance, but it depends on the place I am. Some places people don't feel comfortable about doing that, are more shy. Others, they are very outgoing. So it's about learning also who am I in these different places. Like this environment here makes me very inspired to talk about these, and I don't think twice. Chris makes me feel very comfortable here. So this is me here. But in other environments, I might act differently, and I should push myself to be who I am in that place instead of just going with the flow. So yeah, a lot to learn.
Same for me, by the way. I feel the same way. I feel more comfortable in some situations and really uncomfortable in other situations. Can we get one other conductor? Yes, please.
Is it okay if I record?
Please. Yeah, I'm live streaming the whole thing. So right now, you're on live stream. Everybody's on live stream. So, okay, so here's what I propose. Welcome. So you have cue cards, and you also have the signals that I gave you, but also you can just tell people whatever you want to tell them. You can just tell people stuff, okay? And so here's what I recommend. Lace has this half of the room, and please tell me. Elizabeth has this half of the room, and then I'll count you in. Are you ready?
Okay.
We can do it parallel or...
Exactly, good question. Are you cooperating or are you in antagonism with each other? That's the question.
Yes, we can collaborate?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, so I'll count you in. 3. Actually, I'm not going to count you in. You just start. I'm sorry, I don't need to do that with you. I do that with the kids, but you guys are grown.
You need one?
Okay. Yes, I like this.
Remember, you can tell people anything you want to tell them. You can have people solo. You can do anything you want to do. You can do the numbers too.
Okay.
Bravo. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. More conductors? Who wants to do it? Especially the teachers. I want teachers say, yes, please. And even if you're not a teacher. But I was thinking, I know Kyle's a teacher, he's a college professor. Okay, good. Yeah, because I want you to take this back to Ithaca. Because this is the kind of thing, Kyle is he is a brilliant, very accomplished classical violist who has played with all of the top chamber orchestras in New York City, like the highest level chamber orchestras. And he's also a professor in Ithaca, New York, which is like 3 hours from New York City, maybe something like this. 4 hours from New York City, where I would say it's a more, it's not like a high end conservatory. Or will you tell me? Maybe I'm totally wrong. Is it a high level student set?
They have a nice music program.
They do. Okay, so I stand corrected. So he has a high level music program at his college where he teaches, but it's mostly classical. And one of your goals is to not only bring other things into your playing, but maybe your teaching too. Facilitate some culture, foster a culture there. So this is something you can do with your studio. So that's why I wanted to get you up here. And Pilar, I can't remember if you teach or just play.
I play and
Okay, good. So yeah. Okay, so you guys got it. So yeah. Well, does anybody have any comments or questions about what we were doing? I hope to do a lot more of this over the course of the weekend. And, but also, like, it's all part of a discussion around form, the elements of structure and form, you know. So again, in my humble opinion, there are difficult rhythmic forms and there are difficult harmonic forms, but then there are more simple, I call them elemental forms, that anyone can participate in. And so there was a book called Fast Thinking, Slow Thinking. And I don't know what to do with my notes. Sorry, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. And he said, fast thinking is expert thinking, right? So that's fast thinking. If you try to play a violin with your other hand, look how slow it is, right? So you're an expert at picking up the violin. You've done it so many times. It's fast thinking, right? Like think about chess, the game of chess. If you've played 100 games of chess, then you can see 5 moves ahead, right? But if you're just playing chess for the first time, you're like, what is this? What is this? Slow thinking, fast thinking. So what we're doing right now is allowing for you to use fast thinking because it's not requiring you to think about a complex harmony that you haven't studied, or a complex rhythm that you haven't studied, or a song that you haven't studied, right? So I think this enemy, this assumption that we all have, or I used to have, was that I should just, you know, be able to hear a song and just be able to understand it and be able to make beautiful music over that. That doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. We don't work that way, right? So if you want to learn like a song like we're playing tonight, like Sior or the African Skies or any of those songs, well then you have to study the rhythm and you have to study the harmony and study, you know, the scales and study, right? But if we take something that we don't have to study, we can be very creative within that. That's what I'm trying to give you. That's what I'm trying to give you. So then half of your practice can be study. You study a rhythm, you study a harmony, you study a scale, you study technique, you study a chord progression, right? You study. But then half of your practice is creating within a form that you understand enough. Like dun dun, boo dee boom 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 dun dun, whatever I play. Boom boom dun boom doo boom. We're just practicing that. We're just learning that, right? Or playing free. You know, if I practice, it might be the first thing I practice is just chromatic notes. It's just chromatic notes. I'm not putting pressure on, it's just random. Do you understand? It's random. There's not some grand plan there. It's just breathing. It's just like this. That's it. Like embodying a form. Embodying the form. That's what I want you guys to be able to do. I want you to embody the forms for, you know, maybe you do it for a half hour. And then you practice for a half hour. But don't mix the two. Don't try to play over a song that you haven't studied or that you're not ready for. And also, don't beat yourself up about, allow yourself to really go deep into these forms. Like, if, you know, I can do this for 10 minutes. It's enough. Just to play free like this, it's enough. You actually get so much from this. But probably you don't allow yourself to do it. Who in there here feels like, well, you don't really allow yourself to just practice being really expressive and creative within a simple form like this? Raise your hand if that's you. Okay, so okay, right. So I want you to trust me just enough to try it. And then you can be like, you were full of shit, I tried it, fuck you. You can totally tell me if I'm wrong, you know, call me out, but I just want you to try it. but you have to try it enough. So when I went to the first yoga class, I was like, this is bullshit, right? But then I went to 10 yoga classes. And after 10 yoga classes, I was like, oh, I see. So you have to, so when you do these improvisation exercises, you have to trust it enough to do like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Like maybe you do one for 3 minutes, you do something else for 3 minutes, you do something else for 3 minutes. And that's it, 10 minutes that day. Do that for 30 days. Then call me and tell me if you're not a completely different person. You will be a different person if you allow yourself to go through the first 10 yoga classes. But you have to, see, the first time when I went to yoga, this is about you. This is about you. All right? First time I went to yoga, I sat there and they were like, stand there, breathe. And I was like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit, right? And I was like, okay, let me just try, you know. And I kept coming back. And because you're standing here like this for 30 seconds, your consciousness is here. It's not settled. But you're here for another 30 seconds, you start to settle into a different consciousness, and then a deeper consciousness, and then a deeper consciousness. And so it's the same thing if you're playing whole notes, but you're really improvising and you're really centered on that, and you're not trying, you don't have this pressure that you're trying to play over some chord progression. You're just literally allowing it to be any note, right? There's beauty in everything in the world. Every person's body, every person's face, every tree, every sky. And so there's beauty in every note that you play. I don't care if it's this one or this one. And so you need to allow yourself to trust, to breathe in this expression. And your consciousness will settle deeper and deeper and deeper, and then you'll see. So I really, if there's nothing else that you take from this weekend, that's what I want. That's why I'm sending you into these breakout groups with these simple forms, because I want you to get the experience of breathing in the form, of expressing yourself, of losing this self-consciousness that we have, right? Of losing this comparison and inner critic, and really just being like, let me just play a whole note. Let me play in tune. Let me just see, can I feel comfortable in my skin doing this? And just making this choice, and then this one. Because that's everything. Just those 3 notes, it's enough. Like, right? Sorry, I'm talking too much. Any questions, comments? Any questions or comments? Okay. So I would like for you to break out again, groups of 2 or 3. We'll take 10 minutes this time, and just before you go, and by the way, you don't have to be with the same partner you were with before. It's totally up to you. We're all adults, right? Find your own space. There's spaces outside too, right? Find your own space. But let's think about all these aspects of structure that we have, right? You can also be a conductor with you. You can say, do this, do that, right? We can use the sentence game where we're playing back and forth, right? You can use all these different aspects of form. You can use techniques like vibrato and shifting, right? Or feelings like angry and sad, or musical elements and fast and high and low, right? All these different elements you can bring in to create structures for yourself. And here's the thing, some structures I want you to have tempo. Other structures I want no tempo. Some structures I want a tonality. Other structures I want no tonality. Okay? So if you play an A minor this time, well, next time, then there's no tonality. If you play a groove this time, then next time there's no groove. Or next time there's a different kind of groove. So, because what will happen is you'll be tempted to try to make something that sounds nice. Don't do that. I mean, or only do it every once in a while. Do it sometimes, but allow yourself to constantly be challenging yourself with new structures, new forms. The joy is in the form. It's allowing whatever happens. Okay, does that make sense? So I'll see you in like 10 to 12 minutes. Have fun. I mean, I do have hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah. Oh my God.
Come back and check me at the hotel. I just left my stuff at first. I had to buy new shoes. My stuff is raining and my shoes are so much. But here I am. Yeah. How are you doing? Yes. And then online. Now we work here, you know? That's awesome. So awesome.
Yes, we did. But it was good. I got
It's fine. Looks like. Yeah, and that's still it's complicated. The African. Yeah, you picked a complicated one. Yeah. Yeah. So amazing. I need to find a partner to catch somebody, right?
Yeah, one or two partners.
How late was I? You've been doing it for a while?
Yeah, nobody.
Oh,
We just broke
I'm a
out.
super person. You just started.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can even get in a group of 4 if you want. It's
Okay,
totally
okay.
It's all good.
I'm spare, so we can do that. Hello. Guys, I am Camila. Nice to meet you. Hi.
We don't have a plan right now, but that's the challenge.
Yeah, that's the challenge. Okay.
And here's an idea, is that each person can dictate a different structure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a nice concept.
Yeah, start. We're following up.
It's only the first half day. We've got a whole 4-day weekend, three full days. But tonight we have the concert. It's going to be streaming in a couple hours. I'm just going to walk around a little bit. Let's see some of these breakout groups, and then I'll turn this one off. And then we're going to be coming back in a couple hours for a really great concert tonight. So one thing that's nice is like if one person like has to like dictate, you know, rules of,
okay.
of one, and then the next person has to dictate the rules of the next one.
Verbally, with words?
Oh no, I mean like just to be the decider. Like
Okay,
it's
okay,
like
okay.
you know what I mean. It's like,
Okay.
hey, okay, so I have this idea. Okay, so now what's your idea? Like,
okay.
you know, it's like we do one, then I decide, or you can decide together. I mean, it's just an idea. Kind of like chamber music, you know, it's like democratic. You know, have you ever played in a string quartet?
Yes.
And you know, you have to try everybody's idea, right? This is the thing, right? think that's good for today. For this afternoon, rather. We'll be back in a couple hours for the concert.